Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Shaman Chris Unstoppable for On Purpose, On Purpose. I was watching something earlier and it kind of struck me, right? It was, and the lighting is bad for, it's how I like it. I like it like this. So I hope you can adjust to it. But anyway, I was watching a video about microwaves and ants. Don't ask me how just my brain works how it works. Anyway, you can't microwave an ant. I thought about that. I'm like, what? It's because there was a bunch of ants in a microwave, and the guy turned it on. It's a science show, and he couldn't microwave the ants because the ant is smaller than the length of the wave that is used to cook the food. And I started to think about that and the life of a lot of people who are moving towards their higher self. Before you, I hate that word awoke, or hate that, woke up. I woke up. I wouldn't say I hate it. It's just so cliche because, you know what I mean? Like, at what point were you were not woke? At one point, you just didn't realize who you were. You know what I mean? So it's like before that time, before you realized who you truly were, you were like the ant in the microwave, right? We were like the ants in the microwave. All this going on around us, but because we were so, just say it's small, small in spirit. We shrunk up. We didn't stand tall, set our boundaries, right? But as we stood tall, set our boundaries, and started locking into what really needed to be locked into, and really started speaking our mind, all right, and saying what we mean without saying it mean. And sometimes if you got to say it mean and tell somebody where to go and how to get there, you tell them how to go and where to go and how to get there, right? So as we became big, as we became robust, as we became filled with spirit, as we became filled with who we were, and actually look in the mirror and say, "Yo, I'm becoming something different." Those waves started to affect you, right? Just like if you put a burger in the microwave, it would cook because it's bigger than the length of the wave, right? So at this point, we look at all these things coming against us, and we know a cycle's ending. We know it's like you hear. I say tarot land because I watch a lot of tarot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. That sounds like I'm addicted to tarot, but I'm not. I think it's cool, but anyway, no. I do watch tarot occasionally, and you can hear it in certain readers. They speak of the coming and ending of cycles, but you should feel this before you hear it anyway. You know what I mean? If you're really tapped in, you'll feel that, you'll hear it within yourself. You'll know that something is about to change. And just like a microwave, it heats things up from the inside out, right? Man, right now we are going through a situation, and it sounds so funny the way I'm gonna say this, where you are cooking on the inside. You are boiling. I'm talking about boop, 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 boop. You are bubbling. You are boiling on the inside. And the reason why everybody wants to get so close to you and try and hold you down is because what happens when you put a lid on something that's boiling? Pow, it's going to blow. They see you're about to blow. They see the steam coming off you, baby. They see how fast you working. They see you bubbling, and they know one thing is for sure and two things are for certain. You ain't gonna stay in that pot too long. Nah. Because what happens when something boils, right? When something boils, you would think it's either going to boil out, but no, what is it? Goes to a different form. They're watching you boil on the inside, take shape, and then move in a different fashion and take a different form on their ass. You understand me, man? Yeah. Yeah. I just got bored, so I figured I'd come and just talk a little bit since you ain't seen my face in a while. Yeah. They're watching you take form, you know? Let me ask you a question. You think that, okay, the mama bird will be happy the baby birds are getting their ass out the nest and flying? What about those birds, man? We all baby birds. What about the baby birds that are stuck in the nest still screaming to the sky with blind eyes, man, while they see you stretch your wings and fly? Wouldn't you be a little upset too? So, and along this journey, I really put myself in the people who, I hate to say they because it sounds like it's such a conspiracy, but you niggas know who y'all are. You feel what I'm saying? I know who you are. You know who I. Man, listen, man. I know, you know, they know. Because everybody knows it's a lie by now, right? Because one thing, the truth is consistent. I'm consistent with who I am. Can you say that about yourself? But anyway, I digress. I lost my whole train of thought. You see how you can get sidetracked dealing with shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? Right. Growth and expansion, man. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah. The baby bird syndrome. Wouldn't you be upset if you saw your brother or sister fly out the nest and you're still stretching to the sky with blind eyes hoping to be fed? Right. I can understand that too. I put myself in everybody else's shoes now, you know? But it's like they expect for a person who is on a spiritual path to live a certain way. They put these standards and these labels on people. Like if they push, you can't push back. If you say F you, I can't say F you back. Now, granted, that's a bit harsh, but the only standard that people have, man, is to be true to yourself. That is the only standard. Be true to yourself, right? You can lay down with the person every night of your life, and that person still not mean the best for you, right? And you thought I was talking about somebody like your spouse or your partner. You lay down with yourself every night. You are a multi-dimensional being. You are multifaceted. And you're one part of yourself cannot want the best for the other part of yourself unless you're moving in tandem, going in the same direction. You got to be focused, baby. You feel what I'm saying? Because your lower self could be running off to the left and your higher self be running off to the right, man. You still stuck in the middle trying to figure it out. A game of confusion, because everything is a manifestation on the outside of us, what's within. So if I'm confused on the inside, the confusion on the outside feels like home. Right? That's why as you gain peace on the inside, the outside, it's still catching up, right? The outside is a projection of what's inside, so you're projecting peace. But as you're projecting this peace, the people around you are like, that don't feel right, that don't look right, that don't look right. As humans, we fear what we cannot understand, and we hate what we can't conquer. That's just a theory of man. Became a monster. Nas said that. Nas is like, bing, bing. Yeah, that's my shit. But anyway, yeah, I just want to stop in, say hi, and just talk for a second. I hope everybody's doing good, though. You know, take some time for yourself, man. Take some time for yourself during these times of growth, these times of development. Cause believe me, man, this thing's got roller skates on it, man. And we're at the summit, and we're coming down the hill this time. It was all uphill. It was uphill with roller skates on. You feel me? Slip, slide, and running with the inside of your foot on the tips of your feet. You grabbing on. Trying to figure it out, but now you've reached the summit, and it's all downhill from here. And let me tell you something: this shit it's gonna move quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if you're not ready, you just might fall down. But see, this the blessing about coming down the hill, right? You could fall down, tumble down, roll ass over end, or roll down gracefully. But guess what? You're gonna get down the hill. You ain't gonna get up no hill going in your type of way. So pat yourself on the back. If you made it to the summit, that means you did it the right freaking way. You feel me? Because you can't make it up no big mountain. You see people climbing a mountain any way they want to? No, there's a technique to it. Many different techniques, but there's a technique to climbing a mountain. Okay? There's certain conditions that have to be there. There's desire, there's willpower. You can't just willy-nilly, I'm gonna climb a mountain. I'm gonna climb this mountain. You gotta have the equipment. You gotta have the tools. You gotta have the tools, the mental ability, the tools to climb that mountain. You've made it. You're at the summit. You did it the right way. But now it's not over. This chapter in my life is called grace and elegance. You understand? Because when this sumbitch keeps going downhill and it's going a zillion miles an hour, don't ever forget to stop and take a glance at the scenery. Don't fear expansion. You know? Look at it and say, wow, this is not just how the other side looks, but this is how it feels. You made it up, baby. Now enjoy coming down. You feel me? A lot of people, we're programmed to, we made it up, and you go through these things, and as you go through these things, you don't take stock, and once you come through something, because you consistently go from fight to fight, battle to battle, fight to fight, battle to battle. Do you know even soldiers, man, like special ops soldiers, stuff like that, they just don't go from battle to battle to battle to battle to battle. After so many battles, they gotta rest. You won't be a good operator without rest, right? You are an operator. Take a rest, take stock. And 9 times, I'm gonna tell you something too, 10 times out of 10, look up all good war heroes, war tacticians, and strategists who raised out stratagem, excuse me. They kept diaries of every battle. They kept real meticulous. This happened. The wind was this way. It blew northwest. It this why? They're not writing it just so somebody else can read it so they can go back to it. You understand? So they can go back to it when they're sitting in that big war room and they're like, okay, yeah, I knocked that castle down. I knocked that tower down on them. Let me go back and see what could I did better? Or matter of fact, let me just go back and relive this so I can really enjoy this moment I'm in now, so I can remember what I went through. Never forget what you've been through. Because I'm gonna tell you something, the moment you forget, it will tap you on the shoulder and you're liable to make the same mistake that put you in the blender in the first time. You know? I could have went live for this though, for real. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. Excuse me. Sleepy. That's what happens when your brain moves a lot. You get sleepy at night. All right, I'm gone.